Hammering halibuts. Curse Hyberheim's horrid climb. If it weren't for my snuggly coat, I'd have been no more than an ice sculpture in no time. Aye, as does the White Witch, I reckon. For I've spied neither hair nor hide of Ikara in this frozen waste. Then again, I don't expect us to find her out in the storm. Boreas, the king of this land, has sprawling dungeons aplenty. If Ikara is imprisoned here, she's bound to be held in one of his icy cells. Breaking into his prisons will probably prove to be as tricky as breaking out of them, though. Not to mention that Immaculates swarm about this place like a school of herrings. Herrings with shark's teeth. Forewarned is forearmed, Hunter. Now to hie me to Boreas' palace in search of Ikara. And a fireplace.
Getting too cold to concentrate.
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
Some of the Immaculates perished in the storm, it would seem.
So much for their goddess's promises.
Need to warm up.
Stand back, slime belly. Who are you to roam our land, disrupting the execution of justice? This prisoner has been tried, sentenced, and convicted in the Grand Courts of Heimerheim. Extremist scum! His disdain for the king's rule caused 2 gruesome deaths, called by the fiend the price of protest. Aroka determined the earth elementals within Heimerheim deserve the same rights as we of the ice. He demanded that prison sentences given to those of the green and ground ought to be equally linked to those given to ice elementals. Preposterous. Because the king would not acquiesce to the madman's insane demands, the fiend retaliated. He broke into the prison and set free 3 high-security inmates, earth elementals all, in protest. One of those prisoners went on to murder an innocent god of ice. The other was severely reduced to pebbles by a mob that yearned of his whereabouts. Tell me, oh pompous bloodbag, does such a sower of death and discord deserve freedom?
Prison is hardly the place for a relentless pursuant of justice.
Indeed. This King Boreas seems to have used the law to silence a campaign for equal rights in this land, the lout.
Fancy that! An eternal sentence overturned by an ape. we'll snap your arms like twigs before we'll see that slime set free.
Heaven anoints this land. You don't need all of that blood, do you?
My blood turns to ice within my veins.
Shields, heads, hearts! Swift and stunning.
Sweet relief!
I feel better already. Seven power my blows. fits perfectly.
Lightning strike! Perception. Sweet relief! Spirits of air, vanquish my foes. The arrow sings under my tongue!
ancient soil. A whiff of fresh air after years of nothing but the glassy aroma of ice warming me in. I thank you kindly for freeing me, stranger. Tell me, are you a proponent of the Earth Equality movement? I am a liberator and an equalizer in this tyrannical prison plane. One of the few willing to stand, rock solid, against King Boreas' many miscarriages of justice. The tyrant, master warden of this prison dimension of Fairy, exerted his power over we Earth elementals with an iron fist. For an equal crime, an icy thief or assailant would receive half the sentence of a mossy one. I protested. When it became clear that my demands fell on deaf ears, I took the law into my own hands and freed 3 of my kind from Boreas' prison chambers. For my crimes, I was encased in ice. Silenced then, but silent no more. Huh! That hoary pig proclaims to hold the scales of justice over all of Fairy. But he's rigged the damn thing in favor of his own kind. The other monarchs of the Fairy realm, true leaders, elementals all, are loath to interfere with their mad brother and his ice prison. They ship him their criminals, and he deals with them according to his own mercurial laws. Hyberheim, the eternal tundra, prison for the unwanted of the realm of Fairy. Here alone among the elemental planes, however, does Earth find prejudice at the hands of ice. Here alone do the elements rumble in unrest. Now, more than ever in Hyberheim, does this elemental unrest roil. This blizzard is most irregular, even among this eternal winter. And I feel within myself a tearing, a breaking of the normal sense of the Earth within me. Has Boreas slipped even further? Has his mind become somehow more corrupt? I don't know the name, but if she's an important prisoner, she'll have been taken to Boreas prison. It wasn't that long ago that I myself determined to break into that tyrant's house of prejudice. It was no simple feat, but worth every careful maneuver. And you expect me to help you, I suppose. Just because I risk life and limb for my people, doesn't mean I'll do the same for yours. The likes of you and the likes of me have nothing more in common than the air we breathe. I wouldn't help you even if it meant another lifetime in this frozen cage. Of that, unfortunately, I know nothing. If you make it inside and face the arch-oppressor Boreas himself, do give him a solid stomp, courtesy of we of the Earth. I'll soon fly to my homeland, away from this frigid wasteland once and for all. Tell me, is there anything else you'd like to know before I go? Ask, then, before I flee. I'll soon fly to my homeland, away from this frigid wasteland once. If that's so, then I must depart. I won't waste another moment languishing in an icy cage. Good luck, and farewell, friend.
That's what you get for trying.